Hey guys, how are we doing? I hope everyone's having a good day. So I just wanted to touch, a little bit of base and have some comments on some of the stuff that's going on. And forgive me, I don't know this kid's last name, this Gabriel guy with the Jeffree Star thing. First of all, I had no idea who he was. I mean, I've heard of Laura Lee and Manny and the other two, not really familiar with. Gabriel especially is one I had no idea. The other one I heard of here and there. Anyway, so we're going to move along from that. And I did watch Peter Mon's video that he just uploaded, which was really, really great. But I wanted to say a few things about, like, this, Laura, Manny, and these other two little characters that are doing this thing with Jeffree Star. I don't understand, in a sense, where their mind was, because this series was inspirational, I guess, to some people. He opened up, and I don't know where they thought it would be a great idea, because he did touch base a little bit on, ex-friends. Okay, he did touch base on that, but I think it was very dunce on their behalf. Let's just put it that way. It was just very dunce for them to try to pull a stunt with the, we're doing better than you or without you, and yet it was not good timing. It just wasn't, because a lot of people took so much from that series. A lot of people love that series. A lot of people that maybe did not like Jeffree Star now like Jeffree Star because of how open and candid he was. And there was a lot of seriousness in that last video, and for them to come out and do what they did is just so dunce. I don't know, Gabriel might be the youngest one of the bunch that maybe didn't think that through, but I just don't get it. I mean, they're not friends, whatever, but don't try to, rain on somebody's parade, let's say. Don't try to steal the show. And basically what they did is what he did, I don't want to say they, because I don't know if Laura or Manny had anything to do with it, nor do I care, because they're just not one, that I particularly follow. I'll watch a few videos. Well, I never watch Laura Lee. She is not my cup of tea, guys. She's just not. But I will occasionally watch Manny, like the video that he did about his dad and with his dad and everything. That was good. But anyway, I just don't know what what he thought he was going to gain out of that. And I think Nick Snyder uploaded the thing where Jeffree Star, his clap back was basically just laughing and saying karma's a bitch. But okay, so they're not friends, whatever. But to try to go on Twitter and start these things, and then he did address in the series about, the racist comments or what had happened and that dark part of his life. He did address that. So I don't even know what Gabriel thought he was going to accomplish by saying, racist. I could never, it's really, but I just think it's very childish, and I think it was a very, very dumb move for, anybody to try to take anything or say anything negative at that point about Jeffree Star, just because so many people watched that series and loved that series. So many people loved it. So that just wasn't thought through. And the second thing that was in Peter's video, which I found extremely interesting, which is so true, which I've even thought of, once or twice, but I'm like, but it makes perfect sense. And kudos to this girl that sent him this message, which was about that the beauty influencers such as, Gabriel, whatever, when they talk about racism, they just do that to negatively try to hurt the other person. And then somebody dug and found that, Gabriel had used that word inappropriately also, and he said, well, I wasn't educated. Again, it doesn't matter. The thing is when you're mad at somebody, if you go digging, let's see if they made any racist comments, and then you flip it out there just to try to get people to, like, hate them or dislike them, it kind of does bounce back on you and make you look like an ass, because it does take the huge problem in the world of racism. And when it seems like people are trying to, instead of addressing the situation and advocating for the situation of how bad it is, they use racism as a card. They use it as a card to hurt somebody, or they use it as a, ooh, look what you did. And it does take away the realism of racism. Okay, I mean, have I said bad things in my past? Yes, of course I have. You know, I'm not innocent. I'm not perfect at all. Absolutely not. And I would not sit here and lie. Was I ever racist? No. But have I ever said inappropriate words or inappropriate things or done anything? I'm sure I have. You know, I hope I would never. I don't think I've ever offended anybody. You know, I've never said. You know, I've never gone like that far. But it's just the point of we all have had some education. And I was a, 13, 14, 15, 16-year-old pisspot at one time in my life. Obviously, I'm 42 years old, you know. So have I done stupid shit in my past growing up? Yes. Have I learned from it? Of course. But it really is disheartening that people like Gabriel is trying to use the race card to hurt Jeffree Star when it's dumb. You know, racism is a real problem in the world. And racism isn't only black and white. It's just really not. Racism is all different areas. You know, there's people that don't like gays. There's people that don't like colors. There's people that don't like what religion. It's just so much shit. Okay? So for that card to be played in that way, I think it's just absolutely immature, because it's a fight that the world needs to fight with racism. It is a fight, and I hope it ends soon, but maybe hopefully in my lifetime. But I just think it was very childish and dumb for Gabriel to do that. And it was funny because I commented on Peter's video because somebody said, Gabriel who? And I was like, right? Because I had no idea who this kid was. So it's really funny. But I think Jeffree Star did a lot of shitty things in his past, and he's sorry for it, you know? Just like every one of us have done. Like each person that is judging somebody on something they did at their past, they did in their past, I can't even talk, they need to look at themselves. Like if you've never, ever, ever done anything stupid, it kind of goes back to the Bible, kids. You know, he who has not sinned casts the first stone. Okay, you can't throw stones at glass windows. You can't judge others when you need to also judge yourself. You know, we've all made mistakes. We've all been there. We've done things that were bad or inappropriate or stupid that we've learned from. It's called, you know, that's why it's called growth. But I think the shit show might be over. And the thing that is sad is that they are on a paid trip with NARS. It's like, so you are on a full-blown paid trip with a brand, and you're acting like fools. Well, again, I don't know about the other ones because it was Gabriel that was, you know, doing all the stuff. But do I think Laura and Manny are innocent? No, not at all. You know, they were sitting there having that conversation, bitching, oh, you know, it was all of them. Nikita Dragon's the other one. I couldn't think of who it was. I've heard of her, but she's not somebody I follow. But anyway, you know they were talking about it. So, you know, Gabriel didn't think of that on his own, do it on his own. And he was just maybe the only one that stupidly put it on Twitter, you know. But to be on a brand trip representing a brand and to get involved in all this shenanigans, really immature. That would be like me representing my company that I work for at a place and acting like a fool. You know, my company would be very upset with me because it's like, hey, you're here, we're paying for you to be here, and you're acting like an ass. So hopefully NARS is pretty pissed off at them. You know, I would make them pay for their own damn trip. I would be like, you know what, you're here, now you got to reimburse us because you acted like a fool. That would be me. I'm just saying, that would be a great ass punishment, wouldn't it, guys? I don't know, but I hope everyone's having a great day. I just wanted to put in my 2 cents and a few thoughts on this whole shenanigan situation. And, you know, I think it's a little laughable that hopefully they learn their lesson, that you don't come out and try to, you know, belittle somebody after, you know, you just don't do it. You just look like an ass. You look like an ass. Have a good day, everybody.